A woman on average earns roughly 82 cents for every $1 earned by a male colleague. On average, that's almost $12,000 less per person, per woman, per year. An African-American woman makes barely 60 cents on that dollar compared to a white male colleague. And for a Latina, it is only 43 cents.
A big victory for New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy as he signs into law a new equal pay bill that passed the Assembly and the Senate in New Jersey with only 2 of the legislators voting against it. This bill, many have criticized, saying that it's ill-defined, that all it will do is lead to a lot of lawsuits, but it does make good on one of Governor Murphy's campaign promises to have equal pay for equal work. Legislators and the governor taking a victory lap after the bill was signed.
This isn't just about our spouses or our daughters, it's about for our sons and ourselves as well. Equal pay means exactly that those that work in jobs that have the same responsibilities should be paid the same, and that's something we can all cheer, and we're making it law now here in New Jersey.
The fact that you don't have to worry about speaking to somebody, finding out what other people are making. I mean, there used to be retribution if you tried to do that.
This is a great day for women. It's a great day for the children as well as the men in this great state of New Jersey.
I guess the idea is, how do you define equal work? Let's bring in the A+ panel for tonight's show. I'm joined by Democratic strategist Bill Caruso. Good to have you back, Bill.
Hey, Bill. How are you?
Republican strategist Jeanette Hoffman back with us. Always good to see you.
Thanks, Bill.
And talk show host and a guy that leans just a bit to my left, Garland Nixon, back with us. All right, Garland, I'm going to start with you on this. Equal pay, it seems that it's like Christmas Day for the trial attorneys.
I don't think it's Christmas Day for trial attorneys. I think, the governor is keeping a promise that he made, which is something not many politicians do nowadays, is he kept the actual promise that he made on the campaign trail. Number 2, this is an issue that exists, and something had to happen eventually. Half the voters are women, and they have a right to have their issues heard.
I love that Garland said that, because that's often you hear that
Yep.
women are all happy about this. You are a woman. How do you feel about this idea?
You know, this
Good
is
idea,
something
bad
I
idea?
would love to support, but Bill, I just can't, because the devil is in the details, and I represent a lot of businesses and small employers that will be hurt by this bill because it's so vague and it's so broad. It says you have to pay women and men the same for substantially similar work. Well, what does that mean? It doesn't take into account salary history. It doesn't take into account working conditions. It's really vague and opens the doors to a lot of lawsuits. It makes New Jersey a very much unfriendly climate for businesses.
Bill, I've suggested to that point, New Jersey's not very business friendly. It ranks last in many, many surveys across the country. I've suggested this could actually hurt the hiring of women because you can't ask certain questions and then an employer could get stuck.
I doubt it, because I think that the world's moving towards a place of diversity, and more women are entering the workforce and being sought after in the workplace. I think what this means is, yeah, there's some ambiguities in this law, but a couple things are going to happen. First of all, there's a reason why this passed almost unanimously, because people understand times come. Women are being paid 80%.
Is that why, or is there
politics.
effectively no opposition in the state? There's no opposition
No,
party,
no.
and they're cowards. They're afraid to go against it because they can't explain it.
That's a way to look at it. That's your view. But I don't have to make it. I think generally in the world, people have looked at this and said we have a problem. So rather than keep pointing out all the things we can't do, let's get something done. There's going to be a regulatory process that will go on, and then a legal one that will develop.
The problem is what? The problem is that the lawyers don't have enough to do. I mean, do you really? Is there truly a gender wage gap? I have argued that there isn't one. It depends on lifestyle choices, education choices. What do you say?
There's so many different factors that go into it, and that's the problem with this bill. It paints everybody with a broad brush. And don't forget, we already have federal equal pay legislation that's out there. So this bill, the devil is going to be in the details. Like Bill said, there is a regulatory process. So I hope that the department will really clamp down on the definition and give some employers some peace of mind on this.
Fewer or more lawsuits after a bill like this passes?
I don't think there will be more lawsuits, because I don't think there will be more discrimination. So you're still going to have to prove the facts of the case when you go to court.
All right, we shall see. Thanks, guys.